Alright guys, welcome to new vlog. We're going to Manila again, so this is a part 2. If you haven't watched the previous one, make sure to watch it. We received over 55,000 views on that one, so we're gonna go again. Now is the season of the typhoons, storms and everything, so hopefully we'll survive. We're gonna have interviews as well, we're gonna meet other people. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, so guys, enjoy it and let's get it. I have no words because I never seen something like that. Yeah, basically we got this office in 3-4 days maximum. I think we're the only one who is following the rules. Crazy! You know, we're very popular here in the Philippines and
if you look at, there should be.
Just turn left, and on the first corner, turn right.
Alright guys, we finally arrived. We're here. Today we're gonna go and visit the office, see how everyone is doing. The weather is crazy, storming, sunny, storm again, so hopefully it's gonna be fine. We can film as well because this is the part 2. We're gonna make it much better, much more informative. Also, we're gonna show a lot of stuff. So guys, let's see how today is and then we're just gonna continue.
I've been roaming around, always looking down, and all I see painted faces fill the places I can't reach. I know that I could use somebody, someone like you, and all you know and how you speak.
Jem, thank you so much, man, for coming, for doing this interview. So, you know, you're very popular here in Philippines, and but for English, other English-speaking countries, can you just share a little bit about your story, your life, who you are?
Yeah, sure. I actually started. Well, honestly, here's the thing. I actually started covering on Facebook because Facebook back then was, was there after Friendster. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Friendster, MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. And afterwards.
So after that, it was Facebook, and it seems that in Facebook you can actually upload, videos. So YouTube wasn't really the thing at that time. It was, as what you've said, is until now it's still a slow platform.
Yeah,
but then again, it gets you there. So from that time, I was covering some popular songs. I decided to join a reality talent show here in the Philippines. So at that time, I actually got to grand finals. So God willing, thank you for bringing me to that place. Lord, for me it was very overwhelming. I never thought I'd be at that, at that point in my career, because at that time I was still, studying. So until now, I'm still doing it. It seems that it keeps coming back to my life. I wanted to go to another direction, but I think I'm meant to be here, just make music and let people listen to what I do, I guess.
Yeah, behind your back, like you had so much work. Like you said you reached that level, but probably, to reach that level, you need to grind like crazy.
Work hard.
So maybe I was watching your YouTube, like you were doing those cover songs. Like one of the first one was like Lemonade.
Yeah.
You got 20,000 views, and then you did more and more, you got more. So maybe was this also kind of like starting point where you started to get that reaction from people?
Yeah, that was one of my first though, Lemonade. I think I had like a previous ones. I
Yeah.
actually deleted it because the video quality wasn't that good, and
Yeah,
you know how it goes when you want to film, and I mean you never know who's gonna watch. So my management, I actually have a management. So my management told me to, oh come on, just wear clean clothes, not
Yeah.
like pambahay ang tawag, That's what they call it here, pambahay. Just the clothes that you wear in the house. This is what I do, and then I cover on the spot. So that's why I deleted some. So what you watch was actually very, very low quality too. So.
But I mean, you were singing it amazingly.
Oh,
So
thanks, man. Thanks,
I'm
man.
sure a lot of people also enjoyed, and that helped.
Thank you, man. Thank
yeah.
you.
So what about this like singing industry in Philippines here? What can you say? Like, how does it compare maybe to European or just like in general?
Honestly, I've been here for quite a while. So I've been trying to push myself into the music industry. So it's kind of tough here in the Philippines in terms of music, because what they really actually do is you have to be all around. So
Yeah.
aside from singing, you have to dance.
Yeah.
Aside from dancing, you have to act also. So that's what we do here in the Philippines, and I mean it's not a bad thing. It's good to be all around. It's just that for me, I think it's more what you call that? It's more. What's the word? It's much more, for me, it's much more the learning perspective
Learn.
into just one. I mean, focusing on one thing, I think it's much better than focusing on multiple
Yeah.
areas at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's it for me.
Yeah, it's the same. In business, in
Yeah,
sport
yeah.
as well. I used to play
I
tennis
know.
professionally, and like if you focus on one thing, and you
Yeah.
put 100% there or
Yeah.
even more, then
Yeah.
eventually, it will work out,
Yeah,
and then
it will work out.
and then you can open up other areas as well.
Yeah.
So, what was motivating you? Like, every day, you have to practice, you have to, sing, come up with, different ideas, stuff. Like, what was your
The motivator.
motivator? Yeah, what was the motivation?
I guess it's the fact we're in. This is the only thing that I'm holding on to. I actually saw this video from a videographer, a really popular videographer here in the Philippines, Jason Magbanwa. So what he said is he actually at that time he actually has 2 jobs, and the other one was of course videography. So he had to let go of the other one to pursue what he really, really loves. So basically my motivation is I don't have anything to go back to. So I gotta push this through.
Yeah.
That's how it is, I guess. So I gotta grind music for me to get where I wanna be. So aside from that, I have well, not really a family. I just have my mom with me. So she's the only one I have here, in my entire life.
Yeah.
She's been there for me, and then I guess I have to, give it back to her
Yeah.
for what hard work that she has put onto me.
Yeah, that's amazing that you're
Yeah.
realizing that
Yeah.
and the mindset you have,
Yeah.
because you're also, young as well, right? How old are you?
24.
24, right? So, I'm 23, we're all young, and
Yeah,
it's
dude.
amazing how now it's changing of us. We're trying to, we look at those bigger names, like I look at for Gary Vee, for example. You told me you're
Yes.
also very familiar with him.
Yeah.
And how, he tries to bring this message to us.
Yes.
And we're trying to, work hard,
Yeah.
focus on those things. So I
Yeah.
think this is amazing. Crazy! I think we're the only one who is following the rules. Alright, so we're second time here, first time it's been a month ago, and now we're already familiar with the areas and the culture as well, so we're not gonna have a culture shock like before. But like I said, eventually this Manila, Philippines, people are very nice. It's not I cannot say it's dangerous. Obviously, in every city it's dangerous, but here it's fine. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? How are you? Okay, so this is our office here in Manila, Philippines, and interesting story because last time we came a month ago, basically we got this office in 3-4 days maximum, and I think when you're entrepreneur, when you're trying to do things, and if you're expanding, obviously you need to take risks, right? So I was thinking that, okay, we're 3-4 days here, we're trying to expand the team, we're trying to build team here because people are hardworking, we can work on different services, on customer service, we can do a lot of stuff here. And I was like, okay, let's get an office because if we're gonna get eventually team members working with us, we need an office because working on outsource, it's not very efficiently, especially when you're not located and living here. So that's why we got an office. I took that risk, and then we started to work 4 people here, and Nina, Christy, Janina, and Cyril all working here. And it's been almost a month now. It's been almost a month that they're working, and so far it's been very, I think, productive. Obviously, at the beginning you need to learn, you need to adapt, you need to understand many things, so it takes time. And I think the most important way I try to give, little by little. So we basically separate into certain blocks. Block of this, block of that, like this they can learn step by step. And Nina, she did a great job because she was advising, she was learning as well, she was teaching, the stuff she already knew from before, from our work. So I think, I can't talk a lot about that because obviously if you're expanding your team as well, if you're, working on that, you absolutely know the process. This is a BGC basic area, and it's considered a nice area, a lot of nice places, apartments, buildings, shops here. But as well, next to it there is a village where there is also probably poor people living, and it's very next to each other. So we're just gonna see it because it's very interesting to see that contrast between those two different territories. Crossing the road. Wow, this has been incredible. We just literally saw, like the houses, they build the houses like small covers, and there's like rats are running there, they have clothes, they're drying their clothes. It's just, I have no words because I never seen something like that. But this is just in every country, in every city, you have all different aspects. So it's obviously for us, just was shocking to see. You have a mall, and then in like 20 meters you have those small like covers where people, just living. They're drying their clothes. They're doing all, basically they're living their lives, and then they have rats running around. They have all that stuff. It's just crazy how how life is and how you can see those things, and it's no words to say, but just yeah.
I hope it's gonna make you notice. Someone I
What about for like promoting yourself? Like I know you're verified on Instagram, right? So how did it happen?
Well, I'm not really, honestly, I'm not really a social media person, but Instagram has been my thing ever since they put up the stories, you know?
Yeah, the stories.
The stories
Yeah.
update. And a lot of people have been messaging me actually through Instagram. So I think it's actually a must to, you know, people who's building up their own personal brand. So, well, thank you, Instagram. Thank you,
Yes,
Instagram, for
it's
that.
true, yeah.
Because without Instagram, we wouldn't, you know, we couldn't have actually showcased ourselves
Yeah.
through social media. Because social media is actually a thing right now, and it's really, really hot in terms of, you know, a lot of big brands and big companies, not only here in the Philippines but all around the
Yeah, of
world,
course.
have been using that kind of media. So I think, then again, thank you so much.
Do you think maybe like social media as well helps like singers as well, like to promote their career, to get more like exposure
Yeah.
from that? What do you
I think so, man, because there's this one company here in the Philippines, or actually everyone has actually tapped the online concert thing. So they actually use Facebook or Instagram as a media to produce that concert. So I mean, with all that's going on, technology, you know, upgrading, you know, by months and months. So we are actually capable of doing that, you
Yeah.
know, with less expenses, you know, because producing a concert is, you know, you need
Yeah.
a lot of money
Yeah,
for
of
that.
course.
So
Yeah.
in terms of, you know, in terms of social media, it's a really, really big help right now. I mean, before there wasn't really money involved in Facebook and Instagram, but now you get to pay for this and that,
Yeah.
for your post to be like sponsored, to get, you know, the traffic and everything.
Yeah, so you can also promote like yourself as an
Yes.
influencer. You know, you can
Yes.
build your, like you said, personal brand.
I mean, Facebook has been there ever since. I mean, until now, it's a really, really big help, especially to those who can't really afford getting classes, because that's what's happening, right?
Yeah.
There are tutorials that they do. People post tutorials on YouTube that they get these big amount of views, and from then on they continue because, of course, they're getting paid from YouTube.
Of
So.
course, of course.
I mean, anything goes, man. The constant thing in this world is change, so you gotta accept what's happening in this generation, I guess. So that's why YouTube may be slow, you know, but the important thing is there's progress, you know. In every video that you make, this is like the very raw video, and then the next time you upgrade your camera, you upgrade what you want to put out in your platform, you know. So that's the thing in YouTube. It's slow, but it gets you there.
Yeah, and then
You
it
know?
creates a story of
Yeah,
all your
story,
content. Like
dude.
a lot of people say, like, "Oh, I want to delete my old content," but
Right.
then imagine if you keep it, and then like 5 years, 10 years, you have it, and then you know
Right.
people can go back.
Yeah.
Imagine like Mark Zuckerberg, you know, when he was launching
Yeah.
Facebook, when
That's
he was
true.
working on that. Imagine he would like record the content of actually launching it, working with his team
Yeah.
before it, showing how you know kind of like his was working process. Like that content will be
Yeah.
just amazing. So it's the same for.
Yeah.
I think like in a few years we'll really appreciate what we were doing before.
Yeah.
And can you also share maybe a little bit? You have a team, I assume, right? You have a producer, or you're doing as a solo.
So for the social media content, it's more of a solo thing. But now I actually have actually I have a team which is called Oomph TV. It's actually part of Viva also, which is part of my management. So they focus more on the social media content like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, the thing that we actually talked about is I'll manage my Instagram and they just manage my YouTube, you know, YouTube content. So I think last week we actually had a shoot. We had to shoot like a lot of covers, you know, for it's what they call banking, you know, for posting, for you know, every week we have content naman for my audience.
Yeah.
Also.
And that's important because you can't
Yeah.
handle yourself everything, so you need
It's
obviously
hard,
help.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
if
hard,
you want to
man.
get more exposure, you need to also have
Yeah.
support from your team.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So what about like for upcoming artists like singers? What you can maybe recommend from your experience to them? What they should focus in? Maybe like top 5 tips for
Top 5 tips. Number 1 is work hard. Number 2 is work hard. Number 3 was until 5. You gotta work hard, man. Don't the comments that you see on your YouTube account or maybe from other people, just don't mind them. I mean, make them as a fuel,
Yeah.
for you to grind more and just practice and practice and practice. Because that's what I've said a while ago. Experience is the best teacher.
it's the
So
best.
the more that you experience not only good moments but also bad moments, and from that bad moments you get to learn from that. So it's an amazing process, dude. It may be tough at times, but you can get used to it.
Yeah, I
know.
mean, not for everyone.
Yeah,
Working hard. I mean, you have to have a mindset first, and then afterwards,
That's true.
you're just because we always have like bad times where we're just like losing exposure or something, and then we have to still, what drives us, our
Yeah.
passion. I'm sure you're super passionate about
Yeah.
what you're doing, and
Yeah.
that's what on the bad days keeps us motivated
Yeah,
and
yeah,
pursue.
yeah, man.
yeah.
That's
Jen,
it, man.
thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
man.
Thank you
it
so
was
much,
a pleasure meeting
Pleasure
you
too.
and talking to you as well. So good luck with all your career and
Thanks, man.
upcoming as well, songs and whatever you do. So hopefully maybe you'll come to Europe,
Hopefully.
US,
Hopefully.
more exposure and keep working hard. Thank you so much.
You too, man.
Thank
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man. Thank you. Yeah.
Do you drive together?
Yes, she's driving.
Yeah.
I'm her personal driver.
Person driver?
You be careful.
Since started out with the Henny and then the Kush came.
This is very normal.
Out and ain't been hot since.
Chris, man, you're such an influential person, and I think you have so much energy that thank you so much.
This ain't a crowd.
Yeah.
Tell the entire truth.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Set you free, we undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable.